on guys, and welcome back to our channel. So today I'm going to be doing a bit of a Rory update. He hasn't had one in a little while, obviously. The last one we did was this 2-month update, but that was a little bit late because he was in hospital. Luckily no hospital trips since then, but it was quite close to him turning 3 months because of the delay, so we thought we'd just save it and we'll do his 4-month one now. So he's actually about 4.5 months old now. He turned 4 months on the 28th of May. So it's the 11th of June today, so we're a bit into his 4-month. But we've had quite a few changes with the little dude. So let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is his sleep. Rory's never really been a good napper. He is a bit scared of missing out. He's very nosy, and he never really likes to nap in the day. But recently his sleep at night has been pretty terrible. We think he was going through that sleep regression, obviously, that most babies go through around 4 months. So he went from waking up once in the night to waking up maybe 3 or 4 times, which for me was pretty tiring. But we've now got him into a bit of a stricter routine with his naps. So he's actually napping every 3 hours. So he has an hour-long nap at least every 3 hours, which is really, really good. And that's really helped him at night time. So currently he is having a feed when he goes to bed at about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then another feed around 12 o'clock-ish. And then depending on the night, recently he's gone a few nights without having really any milk in the middle of the night. Usually he'll have one bottle of about 4 ounces in the middle of the night at about 3 o'clock. But we're hoping that that's slowly going away and he's weaning himself off of the night feed, which means we'll hopefully have about 12 o'clock until 6 o'clock of full sleep, which will be lovely. But other than that, his sleep is usually really good, so we're hoping he's coming out of that quite quickly. He's getting used to how to soothe himself back to sleep again. So that's going really well, actually. The other thing that he's struggling with at the minute is teething. We think he's probably been teething for around a month already. He is always chewing on his hands and any toys he can get to it, but the teeth aren't really coming through. He's just definitely feeling them. It looks like he's now starting to really affect him. So we've actually got some teething gel, and we've got lots of like teething toys that he can use, and that does seem to be helping him. But he wants to munch on his hands all the time, so we have to constantly keep an eye on him so that he doesn't have his hands in his mouth all day. Other than that though, he's not really had many problems recently. He's had all his sets of jabs now. He's fully like vaccinated, and yeah, he's all good. He doesn't need to be seen by anyone until he is a year old really now. No health visitors other than he gets weighed next week. Other than that, yeah, he's all good to go really. So the first big development we've probably had with Rory since we last did an update is he started to giggle. He's very tight with who he giggles out to and how often. It's very hard to get a giggle out of him, I will say, but he does giggle. His favourite thing to giggle at the minute is if you give him kisses. So if you hold him, give him a little tickle under the armpits at the same time and kiss him on his cheek or on his like neck, that's his favourite. He loves that. And that's the main thing that will get him to giggle at the minute. I did get a giggle out of him the other day messing around with his toy dumbbell, so maybe he's opening up to a few more things to laugh at, but we'll see. And the other thing we've had is he started to roll over. So he started to roll from his front to his back, so when we put him on tummy time he can roll himself onto his back now, which is fun when you're trying to get him to have tummy time. But he's getting quite good at that now. Again, he picks and chooses when he wants to do it. Some days you could get him to sit on tummy time for half an hour and he wouldn't do it at all. Some days he won't stay on his tummy for more than 3 seconds because he just wants to roll over. So it depends on the day really, but he's definitely getting more regular with his rolling, which is good. And he's also really close to rolling back to front. So he's actually started in the last maybe 2 weeks or so to roll from his back and kick himself onto his side. So he'll roll from his back to his side and not quite get all the way over, but I don't think it'll be very long until he's back to front, which is then when we have to start worrying, because that means he can start rolling around a room and we'll have to start baby proofing the whole house, making sure he can't get anywhere. I mean, it's pretty well proofed anyway because we've got the dogs and they're about the same height as what he'd be rolling anyway, but that's going to be very, very soon, I think. The other thing we have is Rory has a lot of sitting practice, I like to call it. It's not really practice, he just likes to play. It's a bit of a game for him. So I sit him up and then let him balance, and then when he falls I'll catch him and then put him back up, and we do that quite a lot. And he's actually starting to get really good at it, so he's getting some good strength there, which is a good sign, because they're usually, most babies will start sitting up around the 6 month-ish, and obviously he's only 4.5 months, so with plenty of practice I'm sure he'll be sitting up in no time, which is great. And he quite enjoys it. I think he likes to be nosy. He likes to watch the telly if it's on, or sit up and look around the room, so I think that'll be really good for him, and I think he really wants to, so it's quite nice. The other big thing that we've had is Rory is very, very chatty now. So he actually chats all the time. He is constantly talking, making all sorts of funny noises at you, and it's shouting, it's like loud whining, he almost screams at you sometimes, especially if he's happy. You get a bit of a scream in there, and it's really cute because you can talk back to him, and you do sound silly, I will say, because you're supposed to talk back to him in how he talks to you to help them, and you'll have a full conversation with him in ahs and oohs, which is great fun. But he loves it, and it's really nice to see his little personality come out and see what he's interested in, and all his facial expressions that change with different things that he likes. So that's really, really nice as well. And then one purchase we've made in the last sort of month or so is we've got him a bouncer. So we don't have a jumperoo, we have a door bouncer which he goes in, and he started to really, really like that. He's not a big jumper, he doesn't properly jump, but he'll kick his legs and he'll spin around in it quite a lot. And our one actually has a teether on the front, so it's a little lion, and it's got teething rings, and he likes to grab hold of it and he likes to chew on it. But he'll sit in there for a good half an hour now, which is really good for strengthening up his legs, and he will bounce. We're hoping to do some sensory bouncing with him soon, so we'll have him in a little tray of water or foam so he can feel things with his feet, and I think he'll really, really enjoy that, so that's really cool. And the last thing we've actually had with Rory is he started to grab everything, anything and everything. My hair is a big one, obviously. I am getting quite good at wearing it up now. I know I've got it down for the video, but it's usually up as far away from him as I can get it, because he's got quite a strong grip now. But we've got him a new mat, a Playmat, which is actually a lot lower than his last one, so he can reach them, because he's only got little arms, and the last Playmat he had was really high, so he couldn't grab anything, so he wasn't that interested in it. But his new one has a little piano that he can kick at, which is really cool for him. He likes to kick at it because he's kicking his legs all the time, and then he can grab pretty much every toy on there, so he'll spend all day just lying on it. If I let him, he'll lie on it and just grab at toys, pull them to his mouth, because that's his favourite place to put anything. And there's a little mirror on there, he likes to look at himself in the mirror. Sometimes he'll smile at himself in the mirror, which is really, really cute. But yeah, he's sort of figured out toys now in his hands and his feet, and he understood what everything is. He started grabbing at his toes sometimes, especially if you sit him up. So he's had quite a lot of development really since he was 2 months old, which is obviously to be expected. But he's doing really, really well. He's quite a happy little boy. Since his hospital trip, he's like a completely new baby. He's so much happier. It was quite sad to see him obviously in that state, and now he's amazing, really. He's fantastic. He's so happy, he's so content. He'll go to anyone, he'll have a cuddle, he'll smile at you. He loves seeing the dogs now. He likes, Dottie is obsessed with him, and she'll come and sit next to him all the time, and he loves it. He'll smile at them as they walk around. He'll play with anybody. It's really, really nice. So yeah, that's Rory's 4-month update. I'm sure we'll probably, I'm not sure whether we'll do a 5-month one. We'll probably wait till he's 6 months now, just to keep him with a big gap to have lots of development. But yeah, he's doing really, really well, and we're excited to see what happens and changes in the next few months. Obviously he's growing away, and yeah, we can't wait. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and we'll catch you in the next one.